Hello everybody, welcome to Frontier Mentality. So we're sitting under the blackberry bush and I'm going to show you, I see one or two that are going to be picked. Then I'm going to show you the blueberries, especially the pink lemonade blueberry berries. And then I wanted to go ahead while I'm down here. Our grapes are beginning to come in very nicely. We're only going to do the bottom or the front yard garden tour because of all the rain we have had. The back garden I will sink, and I don't feel like washing my shoes because of all the rain we've had and all the mud that's up there. So I wanted y'all to see how beautiful these blackberries are. These are the thornless blackberries. And what we're doing is we pick them, and then I am putting them in a jar in the refrigerator with water in them until I have enough for Bruce to make his old-fashioned blackberry cobbler. I think we'll have it this weekend. So look at that, handful of berries, and there's only 5 there. And then with the raspberries, they are coming in and they're still just looking so cute. They almost look like baby cauliflowers until they turn a beautiful red. I'm eating those because they're just so good. Oh, I missed one. Dang, I missed 2. Oh, nope, that's a double header. All right, we're going to show you the pink lemonade blueberries. See if I can switch my hands around a little bit. So, do you see I got my glasses on, so it's even hard for me to see them. There it is. They're a beautiful pink. Where are y'all at? There it is. And then we still have some blueberries. So we are mixing the berries in to the pie. So it's just instead of blackberry, it's every berry in the yard pie. So I showed you Bruce has pulled the onions, and he has planted beets and acorn squash. So here's an acorn squash here, and they'll drape over and run out in the yard. And then we have the tomato plants. Some are chest high and the rest are hip high. And then we have the okra running down this way, and that way. The red onions, you can see, I'll zoom us because I can't walk over there because it's so muddy. But the tall bushes growing in that one over there, plants, are the honeydew melons. They will eventually drape over and give us beautiful honeydews. Look at the carrots, y'all. They're all going to seed, and we're just happy. Gonna go ahead and show you, get us down here. See the let's see, squishy down. There it is. Got a baby eggplant coming in. Y'all, the rain has really taken off, or the vegetables have really taken off with all the rain. Look how tall our squash and zucchini plants are since the last time we were up here. Now going down between the squash and the first row of corn, Bruce planted the Star of David. The first row is honeydew mixed in with the corn, and then further back is all sweet potatoes mixed in with the corn. I'm gonna bring y'all here so y'all can see all these lovely peas. We're picking them as soon as they get plump. This is flat, so I can't pick it. This one's a little more plump, but still not quite there. And this one is probably ready, so we'll pick this and pop it open in a minute. We have, sorry y'all. We have yellow tomatoes back here, and they're all chest high, doing well. And then go ahead and show you how the ginger is looking. I'm not even going dog pen because we have potatoes here and y'all are seeing them. So like I said, they probably got until the middle of June and they'll be ready, y'all. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, here is another ginger coming in. So they're beginning to crawl, or not crawl, but come up above ground finally. So I am very excited. And then the okra Bruce planted in the trays to replace the okra in the back. Simply the okra in the back, hardly any of it showed or stayed. And it all looks like this grass field right here. So we do have some yellow tomatoes coming in here. There they are. The peppers are looking good. We thought we lost one, but I think it's going to be okay. Or lost another one, but it's straightening itself back up. And then, let's zoom y'all back out a little bit. You can see the tomatoes crawling in there on the windmill. And then we have a few brandywines also beginning to come out. We got lots of flowers, but we have our first brandywine tomato coming in. So that is very exciting. All right, there we go. I got a list today. Try to keep myself on target. Blackberry juice. Soul jeans, I don't really care. But I was telling you that, you know, we're growing our food so we don't have to stock so much. But stocking still might be a problem, and not really a problem. The shortages are beginning to hit us, and the tariffs are fixing to hit us. So beef, any type of ground beef, or if you like it, I don't, but if you like corned beef, you might want to go ahead and stock that up. The best thing to do is for beef cans, any type of beef that you find that you want to store, 20 to 30 cans, chicken 40 cans, salmon 15 to 20 cans, soups, the hearty soups with real beans and real meat in them. So you want soups with meat in it. You pick whatever you like. It's recommended to get at least 20 to 30 of those. Just broths, you can also add just broths, because they do, if you're not making your own, you can can the broth to make dinners and foods go a little bit better and taste a little bit better. If you're going to buy any tomatoes, get a variety, so they'll hold the crush in the dice. And it's recommended to get 15 to 20, and spaghetti sauce as well. If you're buying it in the can, make sure you're getting it a BPA free. Then sardines and mackerel, 15 to 30. Store them first. Then write it down on a Sharpie, the date you bought it. They usually will last between 5 to 15 years. And canned beans, and get a variety of what you like. Now, the reason why all of these 7 are fixing to go is the tariffs on steel. The cans are made of steel, so that's fixing to go really high. And then cattle herds have been culled to about 75% lower than last year. And it takes, let's say, usually 9 months for them to have their babies, and then 9 more months for the babies to grow to be able to sell. So you're looking at 18 months to recover from any beef shortages. So that's why we're recommending that you get cans. And the herds are for the United States are as low as they were in the 1957. And at that time, there was 172 million people in the United States in 1957. So that's a 70% loss, and we have more people. So in the United States, documented people is 348 million people. And this is a difference of 176 million from 1957 to today. So then the chicken is being sold to restaurants first because it's an automatic money in hand. The Del Monte vegetables, you won't see those on your shelves anymore. That what will sell will be, and then it will be gone. It bankrupt, and all crops are being destroyed out in the field. That was disturbing. Okay, now we're going to get into something else that nobody's thinking about, and this took me down a rabbit hole, and so bear with me as we go through it. AI data centers are also causing food shortages because they are buying up farmland. If you don't have farmland, you don't have food. It will trigger a mass irreversible electrical prices for you and me up to 76% spike in the United States. In the states that are having more data centers, your energy bill is going to go up. You can look this up online yourself. I think in my area, News Channel 3 or 9 picked it up. I was going to say let me look at my phone, but hello. But anywho, so spike. The federal watchdogs demands that tech giants pay for their own power. I agree. I don't want to pay for data centers. I don't even like the things. I don't even want them around. But anywho. Alright, now there is a professor from Utah. What was his name? I have it wrote down. Infrastructure, Dr. Rob Davis. He is a physicist, professor, and math. Actually checks out when he was doing this data that he was checking out. One data center. The heat that comes off of it is 23.3. Please don't knock me off of YouTube. Atomic bombs, nuclear bomb, a day of heat that's coming off of these data centers. And then I am going to show you these because these are trigger words. So let me stand up behind it so I make sure you're seeing what I'm seeing. This, and this. Okay, you can go back and pause that as we go. Those are trigger words, and I don't want to be knocked off YouTube. So the gigawatts and the gigawatts of heat by the product. And that's what the GW or the TJ stands for beside each of those things that have happened in the past in our history. Some states are beginning to say no more. They're not putting no more of these things up because of what it does to the land. An article by One American News, also its acronym is OANN. Concerns are growing in Cheyenne, Georgia, as roughly 70 more data centers in Georgia are potentially going to be built in this area. They are taking people's homes, and that is 100% wrong when it's uh, companies doing it. I mean, it's wrong when the government does it, but it's even more wrong for private owned companies to try to do public domain over it. Uh, what else? When we the people need to stand up and say no more. The big government people are getting $17 billion for the data centers, and it's lining their pockets, not helping us bottom people, and it's not helping the farmers. The farmers are selling out because they're putting ridiculous amount of stupidity on what they can grow and what they can raise, and it's just getting stupid, y'all. The data centers are by farmlands. What farmlands are left are been bought by China. This was also a little bit disturbing. So China is farming on our land, cattle on our land, feeding them, and then shipping it all back to China, tax-free. What the heck? All right. So now the power in the centers and water, because from what I was looking up and studying on these, it's kind of like what are those things, nuclear reactors that we have. You know, they have to have water to cool the cells. Same type of thing going on with these data centers, and they need clean water. They don't need just pumping it straight out of a river. They need clean water. That is causing problems for people in drought areas who need to water their garden or water their farmland, and they can't because the data centers need it more. And like I said, your power bill is fixing to go up. So I wanted to see which states around my state and what my state has and what my state is proposing to have more of. So as of right now, Georgia has 213 data centers with 70 more in the works and 3 more in the town, or 2 more being added to the town I live in. Alabama has 25. South Carolina has 30. North Carolina has 93. Mississippi has 27. Florida has 135. Kentucky has 40. And Ohio has 200. Y'all, you're going to have to start standing up for your rights. You're going to have to start saying, no, we don't want to pay for it. We didn't want it. And y'all, they say it's for jobs, but the only jobs it's for is for the people building it, because AI runs the rest of it. That is scary on its own. So do your own homework, do your own research on this. Grow your own food, because there ain't going to be much left. They're saying within 6 months, or actually 3 months now, food scarcity is going to be a real thing here in the United States. All right, everybody, please stay safe, please get ready, please get prepared. Frontier Mentality signing out.